This is my psychology and film project on 13 Reasons Why, Season 4, Episode 8. The name of this TV show is 13 Reasons Why, and the character being used for this project is named Clay Jensen. The show revolves around a group of teens in their everyday lives after a girl from their school, Hannah Baker, commits suicide and leaves 13 tapes, one dedicated to each person, telling her side of the story and the reasons why she decided to do what she did. In the span of the kids listening to these tapes, with some attempting to receive justice while others choose to ignore it, Clay Jensen, the character whose point of view the show is portrayed from, undergoes a lot of stress and trauma attempting to do right by her. The disorder I'm choosing for this project is dissociative identity disorder, experienced by Clay Jensen. This is a mental health condition where someone has multiple personalities and dissociates from their life, also causing the loss of memory of the fact after it happens. The show is very graphic, really showing all of the traumas Clay faces directly and indirectly, which is one of the most prevalent triggers of dissociative identity disorder. I think this is not diagnosed in all cultures, as immigrant families specifically tend to view seeing a therapist or doctor as a sign of weakness. As expected, there's a lot of negative stigma and assumptions made about this disorder, one of them being that people with DID tend to always be more violent compared to others, which is highly untrue. The most common symptom of DID that Clay portrayed in the show, especially this episode, was switching between two personalities or alternates. We were able to confirm this when, during a school riot, the principal's car was set on fire and someone took a video where Clay was seen as the culprit to setting it on fire. Additionally, there was a message spray painted on the principal's office doors in red, and the person responsible had a ski mask on and smashed the cameras in the hallway. Later, a different hall camera picked up that it was Clay as well. Secondly, he experienced amnesia or gaps of memory during these episodes. When his therapist asked about what he was doing during the times of these incidents, he genuinely had no idea, and after seeing the video of himself setting the car on fire and spray painting the doors, the raw emotion on his face of surprise and guilt proves that he had gaps in his memory of his alternate identity taking over. I believe the most effective treatment for dissociative identity disorder is psychotherapy, involving talking through what triggers the disorder and breakdown of related issues. The biggest ethical concern regarding psychotherapy in my eyes is patient professional confidentiality and establishing boundaries. Both of these can hinder the quality of treatment Clay would potentially receive. One societal barrier, I believe, is the stigma around receiving help in mental health as a whole. Especially as a male in high school, it is expected for them to harden up and not show weakness no matter what. Therefore, asking for help may call for bullying or degradation of character. I believe that 13 Reasons Why very clearly portrayed dissociative identity disorder through Clay Jensen. They were able to show the bigger symptoms like memory loss and alternate identities, while also showing some more of the underlying symptoms such as anxiety, substance misuse, and disordered eating. Obviously, everyone experiences different symptoms at different degrees, so this may not be as relatable to someone who is diagnosed with DID, but experiences much different symptoms. After watching this, I was under the impression that DID is always linked to an alter identity of themselves, kind of like a clone, which is untrue. These alternate identities can be different genders with different voices and personalities within a very large range.